They call me promise that.
Welcome back to my show, and today I'm going to do WWE 2K26 and the MyRise of the comeback. It's the episode 31 of it. And the last time that I did that, I joined with Paul Heyman after I defeated Braun Breaker. And now we're going to be in Chrissy Kelly. Chrissy Kelly is a other superstar that I used from the last year MyRise. So she's back. So let's start with her and do the other MyRise story as a female. Let's just do that. Right, yeah. Okay, so we have God facing Braun Breaker, Samara the face Jordan Grace, who is the women's WWE Women's Champion. So let's pick her to just do that. And yes. Actually, right. Alright, Chrissy Kelly back. Tonight on the Alpha WrestleMania, what is the return of the Alpha type? Chrissy Kelly will set up a show against WWE Women's Champion Jordan Grace. So to fill one of the biggest night of the year. But my client, Jordan Grace, is going to eat Chrissy Kelly's comeback before it even gets started. It's simple to soften up the aftercut and still as a way for Heyman and Jordan Grace. We'll talk to Aaron Pierce, right? Yeah.
There you are. I've been looking for you all day.
They've been keeping me busy. Had to shoot all new matchup graphics, promotional shots. My hand feels like it's about to fall off after signing about 1,000 8x10s.
It's tough being the archetype.
Honestly, it's nice being the archetype. I missed it.
You were gone for like 2+ years.
Okay, I done that. And that's the mail. I'm all healed up. Yeah.
I know I was technically cleared after about 6 months, but I wanted to make sure I was really ready to get back in the ring. And now, there's no doubt about that.
Well, that's all good to hear. Not an easy first match back tonight, though, against our women's champion. If it were up to me, I would have given you a warm-up. I'm pulling for you. But Jordan Grace, she's the real deal.
I know I was out, but I didn't stop watching the product. I've seen Jordan's matches, and I know what she can do.
Seeing her on TV is one thing. Facing her in the ring is another, especially with Heyman in her corner. But look, I know you're up first tonight, so I'm sure you want to go get ready for your match. Good luck out there.
Thanks, Pierce.
I just see him pumped.
Wow, what's it been? 10, 12 years?
Something like that. Good to see you, Punk. You've been on quite the run since you came back to WWE.
Thanks. And now it's your turn. I saw they put you right back in the title picture against Jordan Grace and my old buddy Heyman. Must be nice. Took me over a year after I returned to even sniff a title shot.
Well, different situations. Unlike you, I wasn't sitting home for 10 years watching hockey with my dog.
You might as well have been for how long you nursed your injury. In any event, I have a feeling you'll pick up right where you left off. Once that archetype music hits and they see you out there with your old familiar look, they'll be chanting your name and you'll be more than ready to take care of business.
Yep.
Why change what always worked, right?
Change can be good. Not saying you need to start a mutiny or anything, but at the same time, you don't want to rely on old habits too much.
Got it. You know I'm not one of your NXT kids, right? I can handle this.
Yeah. Good luck out there.
Paul Heyman.
I gotta ask, are you sure?
Good to see you too, Paul. Am I sure about what?
Any of this? We all know it's not gonna turn out well when you face my client, the reigning, undisputed WWE Women's Champion, Jordan Grace. A lot's changed since you left WWE. Let's be real. I'm not sure you even belong here anymore. So do yourself a favor. Turn around, pack up your stuff, and go home. Because I'm telling you, promising you, this is the beginning of the end.
A lot has changed, Paul. Hell, you're on your third client since I left. But here's the thing. I'm not going anywhere. I do belong here. And you'll realize that when I defeat your latest Paul Heyman client tonight.
Things could have been so much different between you and me. You could have been my Paul Heyman client, my champion, but you turned down my offer. And for what? To heal or to hide? We all know you were cleared a long time ago, and you chose not to come back. Was the extra time off worth it? Giving up the opportunity to work with the greatest mind in the business while you sat on the sidelines watching the industry pass you by?
I think everything happens for a reason.
Oh, I agree. And what's gonna happen tonight is your comeback will be the shortest of all time. And the reason will be Jordan Grace. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
And all I tell you was, Russian Paris is a woman's intercontinental system. She's got her here.
Nice to meet you, Roxanne. That was an incredible match for the women's IC title at Mania.
Aw, I'm so glad you think so. Because I went out there, won the title, and stole the whole damn weekend. But all anyone is talking about today is the archetype.
Yeah.
Hey, Roxanne, you see the archetype is back? Roxanne, you see she's making a comeback against Jordan Grace for the WWE Women's title? Roxanne, you think she's gonna win?
So do you?
What I think is that people should be talking about the prodigy, not the archetype. Jordan and Heyman might have the WWE Women's Championship over on Raw, but everyone knows who's the alpha on SmackDown.
Wow. What happened to that fresh-faced, enthusiastic up-and-comer I saw debut on NXT a few years back? You really have changed.
Yeah.
How long have you been away? 2 years? 3? That's practically my entire career. People called you the archetype because you were what a professional wrestler was supposed to be. Now, you're just a special attraction for people who enjoy nostalgia.
This nostalgia act is about to win the WWE Women's Championship on her first night back. Maybe if you ever graduate to a grown-up title, I'll give you a shot.
Oh.
I don't think you're going to have to worry about giving anyone a shot at anything.
Really? Why is that?
Jordan Grace is going to walk through you without breaking a sweat. If she doesn't send you crawling back into early retirement, I'll be the next in line to do it.
Oh, okay. Right, this is a match against Jordan Grace. Right, finish.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
Yep. Here it comes.
It's the Archetype ready to make her long-awaited return.
Chrissy Kelly.
I've been in her shoes before. You've had that long layoff and now you're back in.
And her opponent is Jordan Grace.
The WWE Women's Champion Jordan Grace is here.
All measurables aside, there's one intact.
As for the WWE Women's Championship. If it should be the same as a Miss
Introducing the challenger from Newark, New Jersey, the Archetype, Christy Kelly.
Yep.
And her opponent from Austin, Texas, the WWE Women's Champion, Jordan Grace.
Yep. There's Jordan Grace. This is on TV.
This is what it's all about for these women. This title, this championship, this honor.
Yep. Let's get the belt up. Yes. Let's do this match right. Now.
Here we go. It's the Raw Women's Champion is wasting no time in facing their next challenge in the returning Archetype.
This is a
One.
drop kick connects with precision breaker.
Drop kick in the ring.
Precision elbow strike.
Grace having trouble shifting the tides.
Yeah,
It's Grace's taken so far.
might just be what she needed to wake up here to really get her head in this fight.
Hit the fight to Jordan
Jordan
Grace.
Grace is needed a gut create separation.
Using the sharp point of the elbow.
Grace having trouble.
You still think the Archetype is swimming upstream, Wade?
She looks great, but she better stay focused here.
Jordan's recovered.
What?
Inverted tilt-a-whirl slam from the champion.
Like I was saying.
And here comes a running clothesline from Grace.
And the Archetype may be hurt. This could be it.
Juggernaut driver.
This is over.
Jordan Grace has successfully defended her WWE Women's Championship, turning back the Archetype with relative ease.
This was not the comeback the Archetype had hoped for, to say the least. And now, she's going to be asking herself a lot of hard questions.
Now what?
Oh my.
Jordan Grace just put an exclamation point on her WrestleMania weekend.
Well, if it wasn't clear already, it's officially a new era in WWE. The Archetype is a thing of the past, and Jordan Grace reigns supreme.
I'm not sure how the Archetype is going to regroup from this.
She might not regroup at all.
Okay, Jordan Grace to speak Chrissy Kelly in a WWE Women's Championship match. What's next?
We are now joined by a former champion who made their long-awaited return tonight, the Archetype. Let's open up the floor to questions. Let's start off in the front row.
Thank you. Marcus Brown from the Wrestling Spectator. I wanted to know how you're feeling after that match.
I'll be fine for this bit. Thanks, I'll be alright. Alright.
Thanks, Marcus. I'm a bit banged up. That gorilla press to the floor didn't help. But nothing I haven't felt before. I'll be alright.
Okay, next up, third from the back.
Hi, Robin Ray from the Women Who Fight podcast. Have you had a chance to check out the reaction on social media?
I've been in the trainer's room for the past 2 hours, so no, I haven't. Why? What's going on?
You're currently the #1 trending topic worldwide.
Oh, here we go.
One post reads, and I quote, "The archetype is like a fast food burrito. You haven't tried it in a while, so it sounds like a good idea, but it's a sloppy mess, leaves you feeling unfulfilled, and then exits in a hurry."
What about this what defines me?
Look, I'll be the first to admit, I didn't perform up to my standards tonight. Am I disappointed? Of course. But I'm not gonna let one bad match define me.
We have time for one more question. Robert, you were next?
Thanks. Robert Inkin, Sports Coverage Daily. With how your night turned out, are you going to continue your comeback? Or have your injuries taken too much of a toll to compete at this level?
I'll remake the face of it.
I think a lot of people are wondering the same thing, so I'm glad you asked that. Here's my response. I will not give up that easily. All that negativity, it's fuel. I'm gonna use every negative post, every negative comment from the crowd, the locker room, the media. I will use all of that negativity to fuel my comeback. I will train harder than I've ever trained before. I'll be the first to show up and the last to leave. I refuse to go out like this. I refuse to let my fans down. I refuse to let myself down. So I'm gonna take a step back, reassess, and the next time you see me, the real archetype will be back. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the archetype.
Okay. This is what topic I'm going to call a comeback. I got the women's archetype and try, the women's archetype and try, and 100 XP. Sorry.
Trying to remember who you used to be? Or wondering if you'll ever get back?
A little bit of both, maybe.
Okay, this bit at the PC.
The place looks nicer than I remember.
We've made some upgrades. A lot's changed since the last time you were here.
Don't have to tell me that.
Yeah, I saw your comeback match. I saw the press conference, too. That could have gone a whole different way. But you showed up, took it on the chin, didn't point fingers. Didn't play the victim.
I got beat. There's no hiding from that.
I'm not so big for that short time. Therefore, it's just what I need. It's just what I need.
Maybe that kind of loss is useful. I definitely don't want to leave this business with that as the final impression.
Well, then you've come to the right place. You know, everybody talks about my big comeback in 2002 like it started at SummerSlam. But the match? That was the easy part. What they didn't see is the months of grind that came before it. The quiet work, the doubt, the pain. You ready for that? Because after what your body's been through, there's no shame in tapping out.
I didn't work my way back to walk away like this. You know rehab like that either breaks you or rebuilds you. And I'm still standing.
Glad to hear it. We've got a bunch of hungry talent here dying to test themselves against someone like you. You'll push them. They'll push you harder. You've got the run of the place. Talk to me or Justine when you want to set up a match.
Thanks. I will.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's a little gift waiting for you in the locker room. Courtesy of Paul Heyman and Jordan Grace.
Is it in a flaming paper bag?
No, but it might as well be.
Okay, we get our or who's just.
All right.
Yep. I think that I was really copying a bit to basics. Here's some vitals, some lady Jordan. It's Dr. Lady Jordan.
Wow, this place really is for everyone now. I guess we all need our comeback moment. Or moments, maybe.
Maybe you and I need to have a moment in the ring.
That's cute. But I'm not here to train, I'm here for a shoot. You know, media week, branding, it's a full-time job. I mean, when you're half of the most talked about team in NXT, you kind of have to keep the spotlight warm.
Yeah, I see.
You and Nikita Lyons, right? You know, being the most talked about only matters if you can back it up. So don't get ahead of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Spoken by someone down here playing catch-up. If you'll excuse me, I've got anything better to do than continue this conversation. Good luck on your little comeback tour.
Thanks. So, there's some vitals and testing. This got to testing.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Last I heard, you couldn't even tie your boots without a wince. Then you got healthy and desperate for someone to hurt you again?
Something like that, Justine.
Hey, I get it. This place has a way of sticking in your blood.
Says the woman who cashed in her second act by powerbombing her own niece into a legacy feud.
Hey, she swung first. I just swung smarter.
And how'd that end up working out for you?
Yeah. You want in on a training match or what?
I do. Or she does.
What do you got?
Prove to everyone here that your comeback is just getting started.
I go, with the help of the PC crisis watch, work your way back into top form. So it tells us you're facing Christina Harris to do that. Let's approach her. And they handshake. Handshake. Yeah, I'll go. Right. Do that.
One, two, that's it,
Yeah.
ring the bell.
Sorry. Okay. What's... I go to the live match topic. I will talk to Justin in the next video. That's for today's video. Don't forget to give this video a like. And I will see you next time. And... peace.